Hello, everybody. I hope you're all okay. Now I'm going to talk about reason clauses, or, with other words, adverbial clauses showing cause and effect. When I try to do this, I'm going to use, of course, because. I'm going to make use of because. As you know, because always shows a cause, a reason, and then we have an effect. So, in a way, after using cause with because clause, we combine it with an effect or with a result clause, like given here in the examples. Because I was ill, this is showing cause or reason, I didn't go to school. And that was the result, the effect of being ill. Because it was raining, I put on my raincoat. Because it was sunny, we're having our breakfast in the garden. Because there is the coronavirus pandemic, unfortunately, we have to stay in. Another example is in the form of a dialogue. A friend asks, "Why don't you come to the cinema with us tonight?" And I answer, "I'm afraid I can't go to the cinema with you because I have to work on my project with my group." Sometimes we can start the sentence with the effect close to. Then the cause follows as shown above. Okay? And there is never a change in meanings in such a case. See? I'm afraid I can't go to the cinema with you because I have to work on my project with my group. Well, as I did it at the very beginning, of course, I can easily start with the reason, with the cause clause as well. Because I have to work on my project with my group, I'm afraid I can't go to the cinema with you. There is an exercise just to practice the usage of this. Can you please complete the sentences with because and the phrases given in parentheses? Keep in mind that after the conjunction because, there should come a clause, which means a sentence. In short, after because, we need to have a sentence. Okay? The first one goes like, "I can never be a good football player. What is the reason for my not being a good football player? I wouldn't be a good high school teacher. Why wouldn't I be a good high school teacher? Can you please explain it? Making sentences with this. I can never be an accountant. Why can't I ever be an accountant? Okay? Can you use this and make an explanation why I can never be an accountant? My wife would make a terrible journalist. Why? See? My niece would be a perfect lawyer. And the main reason for that is that she blah blah, huh? I believe my son would be an excellent fashion model. And your data for this? See? See, he's well built, tall, and pretty handsome. Can you explain it, please? Um, let's have a look at the key right now. It says, for example, "I can never be a good football player. Why? because I am flat-footed and therefore I can't run well. So we have made a sentence out of this, or we have used it in a sentence. Because I am flat-footed and I cannot run well. I wouldn't be a good high school teacher. Why? Why not? Okay. Because I'm not patient enough with teenagers. I can never be an accountant. Why? Because I'm bad with numbers. My wife would make a terrible journalist because she is not able to write well. And if you cannot write well, you cannot be a good journalist. My niece would be a perfect lawyer. And the reason for that? Because she loves arguing with people. I believe my son would be an excellent fashion model. And the sentence says, because he is well built, tall, and pretty handsome. Well, there are some other conjunctions synonymous to because, which they are almost the same with because. One of them is since, okay? It totally means because here. See, since we can no more agree with each other, we must go on our separate ways. Or they can change places. We can start with the result clause as well. We must go on our separate ways. Why? Since we can no more agree with each other. When there is such a change, okay, the meaning never changes. As it is sunny, meaning because it is sunny, we're having our breakfast in the garden. So we can start the sentence with the result clause as well. We're having our breakfast in the garden as it is sunny. Now that, another conjunction meaning because is now that. Now that she has seen her mistake, she wants to apologize. Or she wants to apologize now that she has seen her mistake. Another conjunctions having almost the same meaning is seeing that. We decided to take an alternative route to work, seeing that the traffic hardly moved on the main road. Seeing that the traffic hardly moved on the main road, we decided to take an alternative route to work. There is another set of exercises for us. Can you complete the following sentences showing cause and effect relationship by using the information in parentheses, please? So it says, more and more people are moving into their villages now that, so after now that, you have to use this information in a clause, in a sentence. Now that, can you make it into a sentence, please? They have decided to eat inside as, now I want a sentence, as 3 says, let's go to the big chef tonight. Why? Because there is a sentence needed here. Because blah, blah, blah. We need to try to help Ali. Why? Seeing that he blah, 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 right? My son cannot have a driver's license now. Why? Can you see it? Can you make it into a sentence, please? The president had to start an 8-HAB campaign during the coronavirus pandemic. Why did he have to start an 8 campaign during the coronavirus pandemic? Because we have to earn money. Since, why do we have to earn money? Since now we have the key in front of us. See if we have gotten the right message. More and more people are moving into their villages now that there is the threat of the coronavirus. There is the threat of the coronavirus. It is a sentence. We have decided to eat inside. Why? As it is getting colder and colder outside. Let's go to the big chef tonight because they cook delicious food there. We need to try to help Ali, seeing that he has so many problems. My son cannot have a driver's license now as he is under 18. He is under 18. Mind you, it is a sentence. It's a clause. The president had to start an 8 campaign during the coronavirus pandemic because the government, which is leading, does not have enough money to help the citizens. That is the main reason why the president had to start an 8 campaign during the coronavirus pandemic. We have to earn money since the children at home need food. We have to earn money because the children at home need money. Note, people, remember that after because, since, as, now that, and seeing that, we need to use a clause, a sentence, with a subject, verb, and if necessary, object. The example here says, my son cannot have a driver's license now. Why? Because he's under 18. As he's under 18, the president had to start an 8 campaign during the coronavirus pandemic because the government does not have enough money to help the citizens. It is another clause. We have to earn money since the children at home need food. Can you see the statement, the sentence, the clause here? However, but there are some other phrases meaning because as well, but after them, they do not take a clause, but a noun or a noun phrase. For example, in the first example here, Eda couldn't go to school. Why couldn't Eda go to school? Because she was ill. After because, we have a sentence, a clause. See, a subject and verb. Because she was ill, and a complement as well. Now, we can build the same sentence, this time using because of. And mind you, after because of, we need to use a noun. So, Eda couldn't go to school because of her illness. Illness is a noun. By putting the suffix ness to the end of ill, we make it into a noun. So because of her illness. Or we could also say because of her being ill or because of being ill. See how we make a verb into a noun. We take the base form of was. What is the base form of was? The first form of it? It is be. Okay? And we put, by putting ing to the end of the base form, we make it into a noun. So it becomes a noun phrase. Eda couldn't go to school because of being ill or because of her being ill. Another example, Efe didn't buy any potatoes. Why didn't he buy any potatoes? Due to, because of, see, not a sentence but a noun phrase. Because of high prices. Okay? Actually, it is an adjectival phrase, high prices, because of high prices. Owing to rising prices, see, after owing to, it means because of, it means due to. After owing to, we need to have a noun. Owing to rising prices, many people are getting poorer and poorer day by day. Another example is, there happened a terrible accident on the highway this morning. What was the main reason for that? Icy road. Icy road. It is a noun phrase. Due to icy road. Okay? Well, we need to keep in our mind all the time that after due to, because of, owing to, okay, we need to use verb ing or a noun. Okay, so due to, because of, owing to, all show a cause, a reason. After them, they require, they want a noun or verb ing. Keep in mind that verb ing is itself a noun, actually. Let's have a look at exercise number 3. Rewrite the following sentences as wanted, please. Can you give it a try? 1. He had to ask his father for some money because he didn't have any. Now we are going to make this sentence, we are going to rewrite it actually. We are going to make this sentence into a noun after because of. How can we do this? He had to ask his father for some money because of. So we will have to make it a noun. So can you see not here? So we put not here. And the main verb here is have. So after not, we have the base form of have here, not have. And in order to make have into a noun, we have to put an ing to the base form because of not having a. The UEFA had to postpone all the football matches as there is the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, so we this time have to use due to. Okay, so after due to, we have to find a noun is in this statement, a noun. Okay, have you found it? The UEFA had to postpone all the football matches due to. Can you find the noun here for that? They decided to dine, to eat inside, seeing that it was raining heavily. Why did they decide to dine inside? Why? Owing to what? Owing to what? Can you make it into a noun phrase, please? They decided to dine inside owing to. Right. Those children became spoiled. because their parents neglected them all the time, because their parents didn't pay enough attention to them. So those children became spoiled due to what? Can you make it into a noun? Due to their parents. Can you make it into a noun, please? Because Arda went out with a very thin t-shirt on last night. As a result, he caught a cold. Arda caught a cold last night because of, can you have it here? Because of what? Because of, how do we make it into a noun? So we take the base form of went. What is the base form of went? Okay, go. And we add ing to the end of it. Okay, and it becomes a noun, huh? I don't think it is so difficult, people. Let's have a look at the key right now. He had to ask his father for some money because of what? Because of not having any. Because of not having any money. See, we take not here. We have here, the base form of have, and we put ing to the end of the base form, and we make it into a noun. He had to ask his father for some money because of not having any. The UEFA had to postpone all the football matches due to what? The noun phrase is here, the coronavirus pandemic. Okay? All we do is just to take the noun and put it here, due to the coronavirus pandemic. They decided to dine inside owing to what? Owing to heavy rain, of course. Owing to its raining heavily is possible too. Owing to its possessive s, owing to its raining heavily. 4. Those children became spoiled, okay, due to what? Those children became spoiled due to their parents, showing possession, due to their parents, we make it into a noun, negligence, because their parents neglected them. That is the noun form of the verb to neglect, negligence. Because Arda went out with a very thin t-shirt on last night, he caught a cold. See? Arda caught a cold last night because of, what do? We take the base form of went, this is go, we put ing after it, and we make it into a noun phrase. Because of going out with a very thin t-shirt on. Everybody, thanks a lot for listening to me.